Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's focus on EOS. Okay, so as we're looking down at what could potentially be an alt season with Bitcoin dominance basically breaking below this support line here, which is looking really good. We've got this area here which could end up in as a support, a potential area for it to bounce back up again. So Bitcoin basically taking all the profits from this short-lived alt season. But for the moment, we've got to play it as we are, and I would expect a little bounce here, but a breakdown so significant already could end up being a bit more aggressive, especially if Ethereum can prove to us that the all-time high isn't a resistance and it's just basically a starting point. Similar to how we saw with Bitcoin. Bitcoin went to its all-time high, danced around that level for a little bit, just like what we saw here, and then picked up pace and then rallied from its all-time high, about 120% or something. So that could be the case for Ethereum, and if that is the case, then it's going to take everything else with it through default, because the Bitcoin dominance chart will say that Bitcoin is not the place to be right now. Altcoins will be. Top cap coins will move first, into mid caps and then to low caps for the great rotation. So let's have a look at EOS. So I'm not going to lie to you. Weekly is not great at the moment. Still accumulating. This is where we've been accumulating all this entire time. Daily, still very aggressive, volatile accumulation area. To be honest with you, right, more or less in the middle of it. Certain things could take place above $3, and this is what we're really looking for. So in order to look at, is there any telltale signs of is this going to be the low? Will this pick up now, and will it continue thereafter? We can have a look at the lower term time frames. So 15 minutes probably a bit too low. So we'll have a look at, we'll start with a 4 hourly and work our way down. 4 hourly doesn't look great. In the middle of a cloud, we do have hiccups. Excuse me. We do have positive cross on the itchy cloud, although it's beneath the cloud, so not really anything of any significance. Really, you could try and play that one, but I wouldn't advise it. We're above all major moving averages, which is good, but as far as moving averages are concerned, they're pretty much all in the same same place. The Bollinger Band is very small and tight, not really offering us much opportunity to trade this on a long right now. When it comes to areas, when it comes to signals, for instance, there's not really a signal there, so it would be a no tradable zone. These other indicators appear to be okay, but it doesn't look like it wants to break out yet. And the only way it would break out would be for some whale to see this as the accumulation zone of what it is and decide to heavily invest in it. The chart itself isn't really saying anything like that. So we'll go to a 1 hour, and the 1 hour says that since this positive cross here, which is above the cloud, this would have been a continuation signal, in which we still have and is still playing out. So actually the 1 hourly does look good, and the 1 hourly also about to get a positive cross. Not that it's worth a great deal, but a first positive cross on these moving averages since the negative one back down here, halfway through that dump. Last time we got a positive cross was back here, and it rallied significantly from there, so we came up, pretty much dumped into it, so we can measure from the cross, 46% move right up to the resistance zone. So we do look like we're going to get that, although we haven't yet got it. Alright, so again, there's no real signal here. It's difficult to spot a signal in a chart that looks like this at the moment, which again I have to stress, it's accumulating. It's an accumulation zone. I've been saying this for a long time now, and we're still in that zone, until we break above here and close above here and use that as a support. And this is basically accumulation. So 1 hourly looks good, like it could continue. So let me have a look at something else. Okay, I do have an indicator here which does have some kind of use, and it will tell us if there's anything extra going on. So we do have a fresh buy signal on the daily here, although it's not entirely strong. We do have one all the same. So actually EOS in that respect is looking better now than it was when it started the video. So the longer term time frames, we can't deny, aren't great at this moment in time. It's still accumulation, but there are telltale signs that it will start to pick up again. But is it going to pick up to the point where it breaks through this resistance zone? That, in my opinion, very much depends on the way Ethereum's going to behave. If Ethereum behaves, by blowing off this and turning this previous all-time high to a support, then the alt season will pick up pace and it will take everything with it. And when we reach a certain level on the EOS chart, it won't need the market to carry it with it at that point. It will carry itself. But for the moment, it will only really move with the market. We have these micro signals on the 1 hourly, and we'll probably have them on the half hourly. But yeah, I mean, it's picking up pace in its own way, but these aren't signals, like I say. These aren't going to be for me to say this is the place to buy and we're going to be going to the moon from here. There is a chance that that would be the case, but these are very, so they're not signals, and even if they are signals, they don't suggest any great yield in the short term in comparison to, I'm sure, many other charts out there look a lot better than this. But again, in summary, the way to look at it is, in accumulation, we accumulate all the way within the accumulation zone, which is a big range for this coin. And inevitably, at one point, it will break out of accumulation and it will become a bullish trend formation, and that's when we get excited. So, no longs, no heavy investment. Just little pieces here and there is how I've been playing this, and I've been accumulating it since we came out of this zone and tested this descending trend as a support. This is when I was basically confirmed to me that now the chart will begin to turn a corner at some point. And I don't mind how long it takes, because with all the profit that I make from other coins and with other charts and trades that I make, 5% of that profit will go into EOS, because essentially what you're doing is you're buying, what I'm doing, should I say, is I'm buying the lows. So again, on the short term, it does look like there is a chance that we will start to roar and rally up again towards this resistance zone. But the proof of this accumulation zone ending will be when we break out of this zone here, which is basically $3.90, and we have to not just break above it, we have to close above it with a daily candle for me to be okay, because I like to chart my trades on dailies and weeklies. So closing above here on an hourly or a 15-minute or whatever is not going to count enough for me. You could go and say maybe a 4-hourly would do it, but I need a candle body to close above here and then maybe the next day test it as support, or even rally up high and then come back down to test it as support. It needs that kind of confirmation for me to say, okay guys, let's go for it. This is the one. Let's put some leverage on, shall we? Let's put some leverage on. But for the moment, there's no place for leverage on a chart like this. It's still very much in an accumulation, and a very, very risky, volatile one at that. But I like it. And I've been saying it now for a few weeks, probably even longer. Something is going to happen to this coin, and it's going to take people by surprise, just like the XRP one did. So just sit back and wait and watch the show. Don't get too blinded by EOS. It is going to move, but there was going to be many more moves before EOS moves. Right? EOS, I suppose, has got a delayed fuse to it. It's a different part of its cycle to other coins. So don't go wasting your time on EOS when there could be so many other setups there. We're still in accumulation. Shave some profit off if that's your plan. Just like me, that's how I'm doing it. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. I'm trading other coins left, right and centre. Each time I make some profit, a slither of that goes off into EOS as a spot hold, an accumulation hold. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day and take it easy.